Hey there, friends. It's CJ, and I have two of my favorite lower body focus moves that you can do in just 5 minutes. Get yourself set up next to a waist-high surface like a countertop or chair, and we'll begin. Power leg. Turn to face your waist-high surface. Bring your feet directly underneath your hips. Lift up to the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Sink your seat down low and hold. Your feet are hip-width apart and parallel. Spread out all 10 toes. Feel your heels hovering over the floor. Your knees are bent and tracking over your ankles. Level out through your hips, tailbone heavy, low abs engaged. Roll your shoulders wide and down your back, lengthen through your spine, and then maybe bend your knees and get a little bit lower. Small range movement, we drop down an inch and up an inch, down an inch and up an inch. So beginning with small range movement, right away you're gonna start to feel a lot of heat right on top of your thighs, feeling your quads engage here. It's a little bit of a balance challenge as well. That's why you have this waist-high surface, but see if you can keep your grip light, recruiting the strength of your core and stabilize your muscles. Good. Right away, if you start feeling any negative tension in your knees, a great option, a great modification is to tip your heart forward slightly, kind of shifting your tailbone back. This is going to take a little bit of pressure off the knees. It's going to send a little bit more work into the glutes, but you should still feel a pretty good burn at the tops of your thighs. Good. Let's dig in a little deeper here. Get a little lower, lift a little less. Yeah, you can also play around with your heel height if you're feeling any negative tension in your ankles, any cramping in your feet. You can always just lower your heels down to the floor, keep them flat as well. All right, let's take about 8 more here. Feel that burn and dig into it. Tap into your breath here. Let's take 4 more here. All right, we're gonna move into a little pattern now. Hold it low. You're gonna lift halfway up for 2. Sink it back down to your edge for 2. Now lift all the way up, legs are straight, and then bend your knees. Good, sink, low, low, halfway lift, all the way down, all the way up. Yeah, you got it. So rocking a little bit of large range movement here. That halfway lift is where you really start to feel the burn. And as you lift all the way up, think about flexing through your inner thighs, squeezing your glutes, really lifting up to the crown of your head. 2 more like that. Halfway lift, low, 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 all the way up. Last one right here, drop, halfway lift, sink it low, all the way up. Good. Now drop all the way down for 2, lift all the way up for 2. Good. So what I like about this large range of movement is there's a little instability in each direction. A little shaky at the top, a little shaky at the bottom. You might feel a little bit of wiggling through your ankles. That's okay. This is your ankles getting stronger here. Good. Last one here. Hold it at your edge. Get low, get low, get low. Option, reach one or both hands forward. Hold for a big inhale. Hold for a full deep exhale. And then stand all the way up. Good. Moving into horse pose. Step your feet wider than your hips. Turn your toes out slightly. Bend your knees, sink your seat low. We're gonna move large range here. So you're gonna drop down and up. Bend your knees and then legs straight at the top. Feel your spine long, your shoulders stacked right on top of your hips. Start to anchor your bottom ribs towards your hip points. Feel that engagement through your core. Good, let's just take a couple more here. This large range movement should feel good. We're working the external rotation of the hips now. Always an option to work a little narrow, a little smaller. You can move into an incline squat as well. Good, all right, let's hold it low right here. Bring your hands to heart center. 1 inch, drop down an inch and up an inch. So back into this 1 inch movement. Kicking on a lot of heat in the low body. You should still feel some heat on the tops of the thighs, but now we're kicking on the inner and outer thighs a little bit more. So push down into all 4 corners of your feet. Feel your knees tracking over your ankles, and each time you drop, feel your thighs kind of pressing back. And then each time you lift, imagine your heels are magnetized. That's where you really start to feel that engagement through the inner thighs. Woo. Notice if you're starting to arch through your low back. See if you can get your tailbone a little bit heavier, lengthen a little more through your spine. All right, let's try out a little pulse now. You're gonna pulse down and down. Guys, so notice the difference here. See if you can get a little bit deeper. You're still doing a drop, lift, but you're focusing a little bit more on that drop. Got a grand finale hold coming up. You can do this. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Option, reach one or both arms forward. Take a big inhale through your nose. Hold strong through your exhale. And then stand all the way up. Nice work, friends. I'll see you next time.